Within moments, she was enclosed in Ruth's arms. Their tears wet each other's hair and cheeks. "Oh, Amy, love, I can't believe you're going so far away. I know, I'm excited but scared too. You don't mind going?" "No, they said it's a wonderful opportunity for us to travel to Canada to see a new world. I've got all new clothes. And they've cut your lovely hair." "I know, they said it will be better. I don't know why. I'm going to miss you, Ruth." They were crying again, but Amy felt cheered when Ruth said, "I've written me address down. You can write and send letters from Canada." "Ta, mate, I will write, and I'll let you know where you can write back to. Will I ever see you again, Ruth?" Through her sobs, she heard Ruth say, "I'll never forget you, Amy. When we're older, maybe things will be different and then we can travel to see each other. Look, I'll definitely come to see you, so hang on to that. I'm going to make me fortune making hats, and when I do, I'll buy a ticket to travel on this ship to Canada, and that's a promise." They clung to each other again. A stern voice forced them apart. "You there? What are you doing? Amy, who is this?" "It's me friend, miss. She's come to say goodbye." "All right then, but hurry. We'll be moving forward shortly." The queue began to move. Ruth walked alongside her until they reached a barrier that stopped her. Amy didn't take her eyes off her as they were hoarded up the gangplank. She couldn't. She could see Ruth's lovely smile and the tears running down her face as she frantically waved. And then, just as it was her turn to step inside the ship, she heard Ruth shout, "I love you, Amy! Don't forget me!" Taking a deep breath, she shouted as loud as she could, "And I love you, Ruth! I won't! I promise!" And then, all she could see was the inside of a corridor. Her lungs filled with the musty smell of damp carpet. A stuffiness threatened to choke her. She could hardly breathe as bodies behind pushed her forward, but those in front weren't moving fast enough. Still, the loud, booming voice urged them on. "Move, you little tykes, move! You hold the bleeding ship up!" Amy couldn't see who it was who was shouting, but she heard crying and wails of, "I'm going to be sick!" Not able to get enough air, Amy felt her head begin to swim, then her legs go like jelly, and a darkness take everything around her. When she came to, she was lying on a bed. The bed was moving from side to side. A mask was over her face, and glaring down at her was an ugly woman in a nurse's outfit. Her voice snarled, "What have you been up to? You shouldn't have been allowed on this trip in your state, you dirty tyke. A prostitute, are you? Oh yes, I've heard of them as young as you. Depraved, I call it. Born evil." Amy knew what a prostitute was. Ethel was one, and there had been many more of them in the workhouse. Kind women they were, sharing what they'd managed to earn when they'd sneaked out, and sometimes she'd heard them say they'd been lying with the night warden. Always they were there for her, and she loved them, but she didn't understand how this nurse could think that she was one of them. As she took the mask off Amy's face, the nurse said, "Oxygen's wasted on you. A girl of your age getting herself with child. So, now you're a problem for us. The doctor will explain what we're going to do." As her face disappeared from above Amy, the doctor leaned forward. "You're a very sick girl, Amy. You're losing blood. When did you first see your period?" Amy felt confused. Was she really awake? "Amy, answer the doctor. He is here to help you." The nurse's voice frightened Amy into stammering. "I was 10. The women at the workhouse helped me. I had none after I went to the orphanage, but—" "That's all we need to know. No excuses. Well, doctor, you see what we're dealing with. It will be a good thing to get all these scum off the ship. I fear it's going to be a long trip this time. I've already got 2 of them with chicken pox, so that'll be rife and we're hardly out of the dock." "Sister, what has happened may not be this child's fault." "Of course it is. Why do you think she was picked to go?